Welcome to another edition of the Agents of Inclusion podcast, brought to you by Special Olympics and Odyssey. I'm JR of the JR Sport Brief Show on CBS Sports Radio. And every week, we talk to individuals about how sports can bring us together to be more inclusive. We have new episodes drop every Wednesday, so subscribe so you don't miss out. Today, we go out to Dunklin, Oklahoma to rap with Kearsty McCoy. She's all about swimming and encouraging others to step outside of their comfort zones. Think about this. As a child, her parents were told she would never walk. She's done more than that. Her love for swimming took her to Berlin, Germany, representing the USA at the Special Olympics World Games. Let's chat with Kearsty and learn about her journey and how she's encouraging others. It's another edition of the Agents of Inclusion podcast, and I told you we're going to chat with someone who just came back from Berlin, Germany, a swim expert, helping other people swim, beating the odds herself. It's Kearsty McCoy. Kearsty, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking.
No problem. So we're going to talk about your trip to Berlin, what got you into swimming, all of that good stuff. I guess my first question is, how was the trip? Have you ever been to Berlin before?
No. So I was excited to get to go to Berlin.
Did it live up to your expectations, everything, the food? Did you try anything different?
Yeah, I tried quite a bit of different food. Like we tried this one sweet, I think it was called gelato or something like that, and it was like a mix between frozen yogurt and ice cream. So that was pretty good.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I've had gelato. You enjoyed it? You'll have it again?
Yeah.
All right, good deal there. There's a lot of good food and drink, and in Berlin and Germany, they have a lot of sweets out there. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you had a good time. But the reason that you went out there representing Oklahoma, representing the United States of America in the World Games, how was the overall experience like? I know you came back with some medals, didn't you?
Yeah.
So how was that experience competing?
It was everything I expected, and it was like a dream come true because I've always dreamed of going to Worlds, and so the fact that I got there and walked away with some medals was awesome. And it's like our one of our coaches, Coach James, he said, we're not just strangers, we're not strangers anymore, and we're not just friends, we're not just teammates, we're a family. And so we created that kind of bond.
I love that. You talk about family. Going from Oklahoma to Berlin is a beautiful thing. We're going to get back to family. I guess my question to you is, how did you get into swimming? Like, did somebody invite you to the pool? What piqued your interest to learn how to swim and get so involved?
Well, I want to say I was like 12. I just had like a procedure done to where I could finally swim because it's something I've always wanted to do, but it wasn't in the cards. But growing up, I always wanted to do what my younger brother was doing because he played like multiple sports and stuff. And then after they did the procedure, I went to one of his swim meets to go and support him, and I saw how much fun he was having, and so I thought, that looks kind of fun. I want to give it a try, and so I asked my parents, and after thinking it over, they asked someone if they'd be willing to, she was, aware of my disability and everything.
So your first introduction to swimming was you saw your brother out there, and then you said, I need to have some of this fun as well.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. And then so you've been in the pool ever since. And so what is this now? Almost 12, 13 years that you've been swimming, right?
13. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. And swimming has taken you from Oklahoma. It's taken you to competing here in the United States of America. I know you're at Florida in the Nationals, and then you've gone out to Berlin. Yeah. What's your favorite part about swimming?
I'd want to say the fact that I can, like help other people, realize that even though you have a disability, that doesn't mean that you can't achieve something great. So I want to say that that's the best part is, getting to inspire other people.
And so you've done this not through just your own experiences. Tell us about the program that you helped found that inspires other people to swim. It involves that little frozen bird, doesn't it?
Yeah, especially my penguins. It was after I came back from nationals in 2018. Um, and I had undergraduate from high school and stuff, and and at the time it was just me, and so me and my mom we helped get this team together and seeing everything that they've accomplished, and whether it's just learning a new stroke or winning that first medal at state, or just the fact that they can get in the pool, or anything like that. Every time I see like a smile, or it just makes me so happy, because it's like like almost like like you get that feeling that someone's looking up to you, and you get to helping out. That's the reward, is seeing the joy on their faces
And you
every day.
talked about family. You talked about family, and you're inspiring others. You were inspired to swim. You go out to Germany, and now you basically also now have an extended family. What has your family meant to you throughout the course of this journey? How important is your family to you?
Well, family isn't like blood related. Family can come from anywhere, whether it's teammates or colleagues, or it can come from anywhere. And I feel like family is the most important thing to me, and they've always been really supportive.
I really appreciate how you're really or have gone out of your way to help and inspire other people just in regards to swimming. I mean, you're an inspiration just in and of yourself. It's my understanding that when you were little, there wasn't even an expectation from doctors that you would walk. And you don't just walk, you're out here swimming. You have basically beat the odds. Do you feel like just you by doing everything that you're doing that you inspire people? Do you inspire yourself?
Yeah, yeah, because my parents were told when I was born, they were told that I wouldn't be able to walk, or that I possibly wouldn't be able to talk. And so, and like I said, I always growing up, I always wanted to do, like sports or anything, but I couldn't, like, the cards, because I couldn't stay out of the hospital. And so, looking back, yeah, it's definitely inspired me. And when people hear about that and they say, "Oh, that's very inspiring," it makes me happy to know that I am background.
Listen, that background is amazing, and what you're currently doing is amazing. I don't want to get the numbers wrong here. You have more than 50 medals in swimming. Did I nail it? Am I close?
Yeah, yeah, you're close. It's a little over 50. Yeah,
So when you have all that hardware and you go to Berlin and then you come back with you got a silver out in Berlin, right? A few more, right?
yeah, two silvers and a six.
Okay, big time. You know how many medals I have in swimming?
How many?
None. I got some catching up to do. Maybe you can give me some swim lessons. When I get in the water, I typically sink. We have some work to do. But back to my question. What do you do with these 50 medals? Where are they? Do you kind of share them? Are they on display? Where are these 50 plus medals?
Well, I have them like hung up in my room, but at our last state meet, there was a swimmer who could only swim one individual race because of because she was in a float and stuff. And so I, I told my mom, I said, I have plenty, and all the other swimmers they had too. And so I told my mom, I said, I have plenty, and so I just gave her one.
You gave away that is what you gave away one of your medals.
Yes.
So where does this come from? You are, and I get this feeling. You're so considerate, you're so giving, you're so understanding about how other people feel. Is this something you feel that you've learned through your own experiences, or is it something that you've been taught to just be so kind and giving to others? Where did this come from?
My parents, they taught me and my brother both from an early age that the most important thing is to be kind to other people, kind and considerate. And so when I saw, how other people, how all the others had too, and I saw, that she realized that something was different, and I just thought I have plenty, and she just started the last year, and so she had just started, and so I don't know, I just wanted to give her one, and it was all worth it, to see the smile on her face, and so it was definitely worth it.
We could all stand to learn some lessons from you, and how you conduct yourself, and how you care and give to others when you don't need to. When you're not swimming, when you're not going over to Berlin to get medals and be hospitable and kind, what are some of your other hobbies? Do you have any other sports? Is there any music or TV shows? What else do you do?
Um, well, I take care of my dog, and then I love to bake and cook, and I love to do what's called diamond paintings, and so and I recently started volunteering to help coach the it's called Vortex. They took me in and let me train with them when I found out I was going to Berlin. So I recently started helping with that. And
That's cool. And so Vortex, it's a training program for what exactly?
it's actually a USA swim team, and they take swimmers from the age of 5, and then they teach them how to swim and do lessons, and then they have like a team, and they travel. And the coach, she's I think she said she's been coaching for 65 years, so she has a lot of experience. And so when my mom asked her if there's any way I could train with them, she took me on right then and there.
So you talk about everything that you've been able to do and accomplish, and you're so resilient. There are a lot of people who don't have the same type of confidence that you do, and everything that you've done. What advice would you give to someone who doesn't feel that they can achieve a lot of what you've done?
Well, that if you don't try, it will be impossible. And just if you have like a dream or a goal, just keep reaching for it, because just because you have like a disability, doesn't mean that you can't do other things. So you just, like, if you have a goal to you know pass a test, for instance, and you're struggling with that, just keep trying. I mean, because it is possible. It's you can do whatever you set your mind to, despite what people will tell you.
What are some other goals that you would like to achieve from things that you already haven't done?
But I haven't really thought about it, but I'd like to like maybe like go around the world and tell my story and help inspire everybody. Um, you know, hopefully make it to another World Games because that was very exciting.
Well, I think you have some big goals and you've already accomplished a lot in the process. What has Special Olympics meant for you just to have this opportunity to utilize swimming to better yourself and then also inspire others? What has Special Olympics meant to you?
It means everything to me, because it completely changed my life. Because before I started swimming, I was a really shy kid. I didn't want to talk to nobody but my family and those who I was close to. And so that really helps me in those areas. And I've made, a lot of friends through Special Olympics, and just I'm like it's just inspired me all around.
Yeah, and you in turn have inspired others. This is my final question, or I guess I can call it a request. What does inclusion mean to you?
It to me it means to include other people, whether they have a disability or not. Like like go to the movies or like do fundraisers or parties or just hang out. You always want to include others in what you're doing so they don't feel left out.
Well, you've done an amazing job with everything you've done, just expanding from Oklahoma to Berlin. And so I just want to say thank you for telling your story. There's going to be a lot of people who hear what you've talked about today, and I can't do anything but just say thank you for what you've done to inspire other people and what you continue to do. So thank you so much for being just a great human.
Thank you for having me.
It's amazing to hear how through everything Kearsty has done, she's giving back. Thanks again to Kearsty for the time. To learn more about how you can give back, go to specialolympics.org to find out how and where you can get involved. I'm JR from CBS Sports Radio, and this is the Agents of Inclusion podcast, brought to you by Special Olympics and Odyssey. New episodes drop every Wednesday, but don't just follow and subscribe. Embrace others, help folks out, and be inclusive.